Hello, good morning. Coming at you from California at 9 a.m. in the morning. I hope you're doing amazing today. I decided to record today and do this makeup look on camera. It is a giving fall. It's a fall makeup look for right now. Like I said, we're still in November, so we can still get all of our fall looks in there. We're using a lot of eyeshadow today and some fake eyelashes, some cool lip colors, and yeah, we're basically just coming at you. I'm basically just coming at you today to show you how I did this makeup look for fall. And go ahead and sit back, enjoy, relax, and watch me put all this in my face, make it look all cute and pretty. If you enjoy it at the end of the video, make sure to like follow or subscribe more so you can get more videos from me when I upload them in the future. Other than that, again, I hope you really enjoyed this video. I did it with some love and care for you. And if you have any questions on how I achieved any of this, or if you have a specific skin types or colors or makeup looks that you want to see, just go ahead and give me a comment and I'll look at those. I also want to do more, like, I know we're way past like Halloween and whatnot, but I would really love to like just continue playing with makeup and make up some like really cool, fun, outside of the box looks. So we'll see what we do, but again, just go ahead and enjoy, and I'll catch you in my next video, or more like sit back and let's watch the video tutorial. Side note, at the beginning of the video there was no audio, so I start off the video right when I'm gonna start doing my eyeshadow. Just FYI. Okay, thanks, peace. Okay. So now we're gonna do our eyes. We're gonna go for this fall makeup look, and today we're gonna be using the Naked Honey palette. Of course, this is like a perfect fall palette. It has all the colors, as you can clearly see. So for today, we're gonna start off. I always like to start off, of course, with like the bigger blending brush, as well as like the bigger overall eyeshadow color. So we're gonna use this fluffy brush. It's by Elf. It's just an Elf blending brush. It's got a big fluffy head. And we're gonna start out with the color Keeper. Keeper, it's like this really warm, this one right here, this pretty warm almost orangey, almost taupe color. So we're gonna go ahead and apply that all over the lid. And like I said, I like applying it all over first, just so we have this base color to start with, to work with. And this one so far is really bright. It's more than bright, it's deep, so we like that. I really enjoy those colors. As you can see, you can clearly pick it up in the camera. So we're gonna keep applying it all over our eyelid. And so right now we're in November, which is like what, halfway through fall, or this month will be halfway through fall, so next month will be in winter. But this gives us the perfect time to still pull up with some more cozy fall vibes. Okay, so now that we have that all over the lid pretty much, we're gonna go in and we're gonna do Swarm and Drip. First we're gonna do Swarm. Again, just putting that all over, sort of complementing Keeper. So Swarm is more of a yellow, mustardy flavor, mustardy color. Again, all over the lid, kind of going out a little bit where Keeper didn't touch. And now we're gonna go on the other eye, all over the lid, going out past where we used Keeper. And I really like the mustardy color of this, the mustardy, the orange. I really enjoy those colors, working with those colors. They are a little bit more like the warmer and more on the basic side of eyeshadow palette looks, but I really enjoy them. Okay, next we're gonna go in with a little bit darker, so we're gonna use Drip. Drip is like all the way over here, this one right here, and we're gonna start highlighting, or outlining the outer corners of our eyes. For that, I'm using a smaller blending brush. This is a Morphe M433. Got it a while back, but it's a fluffy blending brush. So we're gonna take Drip, which is a little bit of a darker color, however not the darkest, because we're not going for smoky eye today. We're just going for a fall makeup look. So Drip, and we're gonna take that over here on the corners. We're gonna drag it inside, sort of what the crease is. We're gonna drag it in there, And with this, we want to give that shadow look to our eye, you know, that depth is what we're trying to give. We just gave that color, that orange, that beautiful almost sunset orange, and now we're gonna add a little bit of that depth. Again, we're not necessarily going for a dark eye today, we're going for a dimensional look today. So we're gonna add this, and we're also gonna bring it, like I said, into the eyelid, just so it has, when we add a little bit of a golden and a bright color, it'll pop up against this darker shade that we have going on right now. So I'm gonna do the same thing to the other eye, of course, as with mask. What you do to one side, you want to do to the other, definitely. And of course, we're trying to achieve the same look on both eyes. That is really the goal. One of our goals here when we're working with eyeshadow is to basically achieve the same thing on both sides. Okay, so now as you can see, that adds a little bit of depth, but that doesn't make us like have like big dark eyes, because that's not what we're going for today. So finally, to finish it all off, we're going to use this is an Estee Lauder brush. It's sort of got like that little skinny top so that we can apply our final color in the middle of our lids. And we're gonna go with amber today. Super pretty golden color, if you will. Look at that, it's pretty golden. And we're gonna apply that to the inner lid of our eyes, and we can totally apply it straight off of our eye. We can totally go ahead and do that. That's not a problem. So if that's easier for you than having like a skinny little brush like this, that works out just fine. Ooh, this color, I don't know if you can pick it up just yet or identify the difference, but it's super pretty. And this one is more of like an orange, yeah, like a pumpkin orange, rather than the other colors this palette has, which are gold and a little bit of a green here and a little bit of pink. This is the most orange one that it comes with. So you know what, now I'm actually going to use my finger. I think the finger method works just a little bit better to apply shadows like this directly onto the eyelid. Do the same thing to the other eye. Very pretty. Okay, this one's a little tricky. Okay. And while this works to place the color onto our eyelids with our finger, our brush is always going to be give us better definition, of course. So I'm going to try, and I'm going to use it like specifically like this, poking at it so I can sort of draw where I want it to end on my eyelid, rather than, we're going to sort of draw where it ends rather than just like stick it everywhere for today. So I'm going to go ahead and finish that off with our brush right here, and we're going to drag it sort of to the middle of our eyelid, just like that. Now you can definitely see it, the lighting is working in my favor. So it's super pretty. This one is still a little bit tricky. Sometimes what we do is we add a little bit of setting spray to our brush, just so you can pick it up even like that much more. But you know, this is all we're doing for today. Okay, so as you can see I think a little bit better on this side than on this side, but there you go. That's our fall makeup eye look for today. And if you want, the last thing that we can do, let's see. The last thing that we could do is add a little bit of a darker color, kind of like to our the bottom of our eyelids. So that would be, for example, looking at Drip, which is the darker one that we work with. But in this case, I would think that Keeper is a little bit better, just because we're working with a little bit of lighter tones, and if we go in with too dark of a color now, it has the potential to mess everything up. So I'm gonna go in with Keeper, which is this orange one that we use in the beginning to blend. I'm gonna go with that. Back on the I don't think I've used this one yet. With this Eco Tools brush, double-sided, and I'm just gonna apply that on the bottom part of our lids, just to add on to that color, drag on that color, and sort of bring everything together, give us that cohesive look. Yeah, this color is perfect for this, since it's the one we used to blend, it just works so perfectly, and then it just blends back up with what we already have going on. So this is perfect. Just to bring it all together, do the same thing to the other side. Drag it down and then drag it up. Just like that. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Perfect fall makeup look. And we did it using these 4 brushes that I showed along the way. Okay, so now we're done with our eyeshadow for today. The sun is loving my face, the sun is loving our look. We're gonna go in with some foundation that I'm gonna use for today. Let's see. You know, as of late, you know what? No, we're gonna go with BB cream. Just because as of late, I've been using more of the BB cream rather than a heavier foundation look. Of course, foundation is always going to give you like that bigger coverage, but I have found as my skin has been loving sort of the BB cream look. It's almost like it's a lot creamier, almost wet, oily, rather than the foundation, which, as you know, foundation can give you more of that cakey look, and it just throughout the day it doesn't sit well with me as much anymore. If I'm going for like a seriously heavy day, then I might use foundation, but truly 90% of my days right now I'm using the BB cream, so that is what we're going to use today. And then to blend it, I'm just going to use this EcoTools sort of like big fluffy foundation brush. I like to apply it directly, so I apply my BB cream directly to my brush. And I do go in heavy, as I've been telling you. You know, the BB cream is a little bit lighter, so I can go in a little heftier, you know, and apply more of that directly onto our faces, so I can get a little bit of extra coverage. You know, BB cream is not always going to cover everything up. You know, as you can see right now, I have a little bit of blemishes on my face, and the way that BB cream works, I honestly enjoy it. It gives me just enough coverage that I personally like, so you can still see that it's my skin, you can still see that I have the blemishes that I have, but it also kind of distracts you almost. So it gives my whole face this dewy look that is sort of like pulls you away from like, oh, these blemishes that are on her face, or just, yeah, doesn't give them as much attention. It's almost like a layer of like protection, a layer of silky skin over it, over any blemishes that I may have at the moment, which I have a few. But we're just gonna apply that all over her face, just like we would with any foundation. But as you can probably pick up on the camera, this is giving me that dewy look. Look at that. It's like that dewy look that I've been loving, and it works great. Thankfully, it works great for my skin. Now for concealer, unfortunately, I am still using more of a heavier concealer rather than a lighter to match the BB cream. So today we're going to use the e.l.f. Hydrating. Make sure if you have like drier skin or even drier under eyes, make sure to get the Hydrating Camo Concealer. I remember I first used the regular Camo Concealer and that did not work at all for my skin. It has to be the hydrating one. Just because right underneath our eyes we do get a little bit drier. So we're going to use a brush as well as our finger to blend that seemingly into our under eye, just like that. Same thing on the other side, using a brush first, dragging it down, and then using our finger, drag it up. Okay, and of course we're using this concealer to sort of blend away our darker circles that we tend to have. Okay, so that's perfect. This is sort of the first base look that you get from using that BB cream as well as that concealer. Okay, so now we're gonna add some color. For color, I've been using the Glossier, oh, you can't really see, Glossier Cloud Paint, and this is in the color Beam. So I really been enjoying this for the blush that I use. I do use blush every single day, and I'm using this Wet n Wild brush. I know this was from a limited time set. I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was a limited edition Starlux, and I picked it up and it's perfect for like the blush that I use. Now you want to make sure that if you are using cream products, you want to use it and you use the cream foundation, a cream base, you want to use it right away, just because the creams will blend together. So you want to make sure that you use anything cream first before you add anything powder. So for example, we're going to be using a powder bronzer, but I want to make sure that I use my cream blush before I use my bronzer, because once I use the bronzer, and it's happened to me occasionally where I use the bronzer accidentally first, and then when I want to use the blush, it's a little bit tricky just because the powder tends to set everything in, and so using the blush on top of that can be a little tricky. And now I'm gonna blend it a little bit more using my foundation brush. I'm gonna add some to my nose just a little bit. Blend, blend, blend. And now I've been using my blush on the top of our cheekbones. We're going sort of for that sun-kissed look. Even now that we're in fall, that's really what's been suiting my face the most. But you also want to find out what suits your face the most. So now that I've got this on, again, we use the cream first. Now we're gonna go with some powder. Where is my powder bronzer? We're gonna be using the bronzer by Essence, which is a very affordable bronzer, and we're gonna use the EcoTools bronzer brush. Okay, so for bronzer, I like to go in up on the tops of our forehead first, sort of bringing in that light, again, that color, that light that we sort of took away when we put our face, our foundation on. Look, it's already giving us way more color, so we're gonna put that on the other side just to bring in more of that color into our face. Perfect. And now I apply it on the, like, right on the top where I just put the blush. I'm gonna put that right here, so like right there, to complement it. So when I find that when I mix my blush and my bronzer, it gives us that perfect sun-kissed look that we would be unable to achieve if we used one or the other. Using both of them together really give you that sun-kissed tan look that some of us crave in our face. There you go. And now, like I said, we don't really want to use any more cream product on top of our faces, on top of the powder that we're using right this sec. There it is. There it is. Again, the sun coming in and out. It's morning. Okay, so now we used our bronzer. Right now, I'm gonna go ahead and apply some setting spray so that our makeups can stay on for as long as it can. And I use the Milani Make It Last. So we're gonna go ahead and apply that. Okay, perfect. And that's gonna be almost it for this look. Give me 1 second. Now we're almost done. We need our eyelashes and our lips. So for our lips, I find that I actually mix 2 colors and I really enjoy the way that that looks. So both of these are from Essence, very affordable lip pencils. We're gonna start off with this color, which is more of it's brown with a hint of red, which I don't love in and of itself. It doesn't say what color it is, but as you can see, it is again, a brown with a hint of red. So we're gonna put that on first. And I don't typically like to overline my lips. If it like slips a little bit here and there, it's fine. But I don't purposely overline my lips. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Okay. Now, as you can clearly see, this gives my lips more of a pink look. And while it looks okay, and you may really enjoy that color, I prefer more of a darker brown color. So next I'm gonna go in with the other one, which is definitely a little bit darker brown, but also a lighter shade. So we're gonna go ahead and put that on top of the other lip pencil. took a little longer than expected, but as you can see, it gives it a little bit more of like that fluffy look that I enjoy, fluffy brown look rather than a full-on pink look. Look at that. And so that's what we're going for today with this like fall look. I almost forgot our highlight, so I really enjoy, we're gonna be using two highlighters today actually. We're gonna be using two highlighters today. So our first one is like this pink Wet n Wild highlighter, so we're gonna put that all over the cheeks sort of to highlight that pink blush that we've already been using today. Same blush pencil as we use for the cream. We're gonna put that right on top of our cheekbones, right on top of where we put that blush. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Now we could call it a day, but I also enjoy adding this what is it called, the Balm highlighter. It's very white, contrary to the pink one that we just used. This one's completely white. Very pretty, very pretty. Not super bright, but pretty when you can see it. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply that to our nose, to our cute little button nose. Look at that. And any leftover, apply it to our cheeks also. So that way it's not like too harsh, but when the light hits us perfectly, which is exactly what we want with our highlighter, for when the light hits us is to give us that extra little shine. And so I find that these highlighters are perfect for that. Okay, almost to finish off our look, we're gonna do some eyelashes. First, we're just gonna curl our lashes, of course. And although it can be difficult to apply false lashes once your lashes have been curled, your natural ones, even though it can be difficult, it works a lot better than if you were to just put a false lash on top of your non-curled lashes and just call it a day. That can be a little bit harder to blend. So I'm going to just curl my own natural lashes first. With this lash curler, by the way, just a generic one. Don't remember exactly where we got it. We're gonna curl our lashes. I know my dog wants to go outside. I know, but it just rained, so I can't just have her go out by herself. And we're almost done here. And the other dog, that's she's just chilling. She's being a puppy. A puppy. Okay, so for lashes, for false lashes today, we're using these amazing lashes that I recently found at Ulta, and I fell in love with them. They are the House of Lashes, right? Yeah, House of Lashes Macchiato. Oh, these are amazing. I'll tell you why right now. But we're gonna be using this, and we're gonna use the Kiss eyelash glue. So listen, I actually stopped doing my makeup for a while there, and that included, and very much so, I stopped using fake lashes just on my own. Look at it before I continue. It's super pretty because they're super skinny, and I don't know if you can tell, but they have little brown dyed eyelash kiddos on there. So we're gonna apply the lash glue directly. I'm not sure what your makeup level is, but this is the way that I like to do it. I apply it directly onto the lash line, and we're gonna wait for it to dry just a little bit so it doesn't slip around. And meanwhile, I can tell you, so I stopped using makeup for a while, and that included I stopped using false lashes. And I used to love a good lash, a good thick lash, right? I was one of those girls. But because I stopped using them for so long, now every time I try any type of lash, it would just be too much. It just wouldn't suit my eyes anymore, wouldn't suit the way that I look at my face anymore, because they're always so thick. And again, I know that's one of the reasons we go for false eyelashes, because they give you that thick, fluffy look, right? But it just wasn't working with me anymore. And so ultimately, I found these only a couple of weeks ago when I was shopping at Ulta, and they were perfect. They're fake lashes, so they uplift my own lashes, but they're not super thick where they bring my eye down or they overcast my whole shadow look. They're just fluffy enough where I can still get that oomph, but skinny enough where it doesn't, you know, just droop over everything. So we're gonna, now that we have it a little bit dry, we're gonna use some tweezers and apply that directly on top of our already curled natural lashes. Okay, so with that, we're pretty much done with our makeup look. Now we gotta worry about the hair a little bit, but hey, we did the makeup and this is like a perfect fall look. We got the orange, the burnt tones in our eyes. We have even little brown eyelashes going on. You can't pick it up on camera, but there's little brown eyelashes going on. We have these lips that give you sort of that fluffy brown cozy look that goes perfect with fall. The only thing that maybe isn't necessarily fall is the sun-kissed look for our cheeks, but that just, if it suits your face, it looks absolutely perfect. We added some of that color with the bronzer, and this is how our look turned out. Again, we use BB cream, no heavy foundation, and no heavy contour either. So without that, we can still achieve this look. Please don't judge my hair right now. Do not. You got to the end. Thank you for watching. I fixed my hair up a little bit. It was a mess. No judging. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. If you made it all the way to the end, you're so appreciated. Thank you for watching me, you know, just play around with some makeup. I hope you did enjoy it, and I will be uploading much more from like this new background that I have. So excited for that. So make sure to stick around if you enjoyed it. And I will catch you in another video. Bye.